15, we'll call the finance personnel meeting to order. Roll call, Lori.
Todd Spade. John.
Here.
Emma will not be here. Todd Kirking
Here.
and Tanya.
Okay, first period for public comment.
I think you're good, Todd.
Okay. Approval of the committee minutes from February 10th, 2026.
I move approval.
Todd, I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor? Opposed? Oh. All right. Payment of the bills, Lori.
Okay, in the original bills, you're gonna see that we finally received our third quarter federal taxi grant, so we're paying the city of Westby for their portion of it. That's on page 2. And then dabbled within here is the managed services for our MCS Networks, our IT provider. So you're gonna see some in the admin side, the police department, the public works, fire department. So those are sprinkled in throughout here. That's a yearly invoice. On page 5, the there was a donation approved at the Historic Preservation Commission for $2,500 towards their HVAC system at the Historical Society. So that is going through this time. And then you will see that we paid the Play by Design invoice that was approved at the last council for $39,784. Any questions?
Nope.
Okay. In the additional bills on page 2, you will see that we're purchasing the third year of the body cameras for the police department. That's using the ARPA funds that were allocated for the $61,105.80. And I believe the rest of the information is pretty much just regular. We're doing the dues for the chamber Main Street. That's on the last page, page 5, $12,500. And then we're also, as part of the Eckhart Park Lucid Painting, that's a 50% down payment for the donor wall at $2,265.
Okay. No questions? Okay, looking for approval of the bills.
Todd, I'll second it.
Okay, roll call, Lori.
John.
Aye.
Todd Kirking.
Aye.
Tanya. Todd Spade.
Aye. Good.
Mine's really quick. It's audit week, so I've been doing a lot of, answering of their questions plus getting stuff into their portal. Preparing for the April election, and then we have our new admin assistant, so we've been doing a lot of training and stuff with her and getting her up to speed. So that's kind of been my world. Amy Yunto? So
2 weeks now?
3, starting her, I think it's even starting her 4th week already.
Time
Yeah.
flies.
Doing really well. Well, she says she's found her people.
All right. On my side here, capital projects are coming right along. The Welcome Center continues to be something I work on, shoring up our sort of agreement and MOU with the chamber for use of that building, as well as, going to construction meetings. That project overall is going well. They now have floors in there, and they're about a month behind due to all the cold weather. It was hard for them to pour, especially in January when it got sub-zero. But they are trying to make up lost time, and it's coming along nicely. Working on closing out the fire station project with the USDA. We have about $400,000 of grant funds that we still have to receive from them. And part of what we need to do is actually close out the project before they'll make their final disbursement. Old City Hall, we are pursuing a grant right now through WEDAC to help sort of transform the old City Hall lot into sort of what we all had sort of talked about when we demolished the old building, which is to have something there with some trees or some, features, seating, whatever it may be. We've had a work group between Historic Preservation and the the chamber and the city Parks Department working on sort of coming up with ideas for that. And we'll eventually present that to the Park and Rec Committee and then the council before we like settle on something. But in the meantime, I think we're far enough along that we can actually submit for a grant that may deliver $50,000. So that's something that's been working on. And so keep your fingers crossed that we get that. But WEDC seems really excited about the project and that it really fits one of their programs. So hope that comes around. And then, of course, Eckhart Playground is really shifting gears. Todd's a part of that project, is really now into high gear and trying to, race to the finish before the project goes in the ground in October. Other than that, economic development stuff is really booming right now. We have a lot of interest in the business park and Railroad Avenue, some other spots throughout the city. North Point and the daycare center are sort of like wrapping their things up in terms of some like the leftover construction items. But the daycare center is expecting, I don't have final dates yet, but they're anticipating sometime in March that they'll be welcoming their first group of kiddos. And do keep your eye out for your email. I think you should receive invites for like a ribbon cutting to that. If you're able to make it, great. Finally, 2 more items. Airport Commission, I'm working with them right now on succession planning. Todd gets to be a part of that, and the next year will be spent succession planning, making sure we have a good plan for both Mike Olson and Mike Skildum, who have been there for each 30 years, long time, and have a wealth of knowledge, and just figuring out how to replace those guys when they're gone, because they're part-time employees and they have a heck of a ability to run that airport without asking very much in terms of compensation in return. And how do you replace that and make sure you have sustainability there? So thanks to Todd for being a part of that. And then finally, I will be gone tomorrow through Friday for a conference in Oshkosh. I'll be available if stuff gets a little wild, but I'll be a little unavailable for a bit. But that's kind of what's going on in my world. Do you guys have any questions about the various projects that are going on?
Oh, sounds good.
Right.
Thank you. Okay, second period for public comment. Buddy here, and I guess adjournment.
I think
then.
you're good.
This is Todd. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all.